he had passed. And that memory was me and my cousin were in the backyard. We were slapping each other's head, trying to find out who's going to get in the house first. And he would always win. Every time. We fought a lot when we were kids. I don't know why. We were just kids. We were trying to prove things. And as we got older, you know, our love grew more and more as we got to the family get-togethers of music, and all our aunts and uncles and cousins would get together. Memories that I'll always have for the rest of my life. Those are some really great times when I tell people about that, which we don't do anymore. As I got older, I went into the service. And when I got out, my Aunt Alla and Uncle Pete had moved across the street from my mom and dad. So I had just got out of the service, and I was living with my mom and dad, and Bobby was across the street. And Lord and behold, we hung out for a couple of years, and it was a lot of fun. I know a lot of you knew Bobby, how special he was. You know, I heard everything today. And I'm so glad he found you people over there. Because I know my brother was always searching for something. I mean, he was always curious about everything. He wanted to know about everything, whatever it was. He wanted to know how it worked or what it was. He was an intelligent man. And I didn't get to know that until I got out of the service. I got to hang out with him for a couple of years. And those are some special times that I always remember. I love you, my cousin Bobby. Thank you.
For those of you who don't know me, my name is Steven. Kind of pick up where you left off a little bit. Bobby was my big cousin. He was like 11 years ahead of me. I grew up over there in Bronx Castleman. Aunt Ella and Uncle Pete, they lived right across the street from me. So I always grew up across the street from Bobby. And when I was a little kid, I always looked up to him. You know, he was my big cousin. I always remember a low-ride car he took special care of. I seem to remember that car a lot because I always wanted one just like it when I grew up. He had a chain-link steering wheel and stuff like that. And I remember at times my grandma didn't take me to school, maybe once or twice here and there. Maybe she had an appointment or something. My cousin Bobby would take me over to West Sac and Evergreen. He dropped me off a couple times. And I get out of the car, people would go, man, that's the coolest car I ever saw. I'd always tell them, yeah, that's my car. I just can't drive it right now, so I'm letting my cousin Bobby drive it. Oh, really? That's your car? Yeah. Parked, you know, it's parked across the street. My cousin Bobby takes care of it, you know. And him knowing he was my big cousin, you know, I like to share a memory that I'll never forget. Being a little kid growing up in the neighborhood, you know, once in a while you're a rascal and you do stupid stuff, you know. And one time I remember being around corner, you know, we do stupid stuff like, we got into a fight with these other little kids and stuff over our bicycles and stuff like that. Nothing big. We were about, I'd say I was about 12 years old. I remember running around the block back home, and I remember the dad coming after us. You know, this bigger, older guy. I remember the dad following us in his car and pulling. Well, I was a little kid, I was scared. And there was this big guy coming out of the car asking me, you know, was I in front of his house and stuff like that. I remember my cousin Bobby coming across the street and telling that dude that's my nephew. He was so much older than me, so he called me his nephew. He goes, that's my nephew. Is there a problem? And I remember standing behind Bobby like, okay, it's going to be cool now. My big cousin's here. You know, and I kind of looked at the guy kind of like a smart aleck, like, okay, I got my big cousin, what do you got to say now? And I remember Bobby told me, you know, it'd be healthier for you if you just got in the car and left. And I remember looking at Bobby like, yeah, Bobby. And then the guy got in the car, left, and I go, right on, Bobby. He goes, all right. He smacks me back in the head and goes, go home now. But, you know, he did the right thing, and it's a fond memory I have of him. That was my big cousin. I love you, Bobby. And see you later.
man, you know, I knew Bobby for a long time, and I'm seeing some of those old pictures of just remind me of the time like we met inside behind the walls. That's how I knew him. That's how we kind of grew up. And you know, I do a fatherhood group, and there's a reason why I say this that at the park, I call him Taco, right? And he came to the city, started coming to our fatherhood group. And so kind of our paths were, you know, we kind of met behind the walls and kind of separated in our own ways, and then, you know, they came back. You know, they crossed again through culture. And so, you know, we were both curious at the time, you know, trying to find a way out, like you were saying, you know. So we had a lot of long, deep talks, you know, good ones, and bad ones, stuff that we're struggling with. And then, so my memories, you know, and you know, it kind of just triggered something when I was sitting there listening to this cousin right now, is that, you know, one thing that he did that I always sticks in my head is laugh. Because I was watching some of the stuff you guys put on Facebook, and I went to YouTube, and he had this distinct laugh that just makes you just want to smile too, you know. And like I said, we had these conversations, and that's that laugh I remember. I don't miss that laugh. I wouldn't miss that laugh. You know, that was it. And there's, you know, I just want to say to these kids, you know, the reason why he came to the group, you know, because he said, man, he wanted to be a dad. He had this, you know, that was his goal. That's what he wanted. He just, you know, I want to be there. And he was trying to learn. He was trying to learn from our brothers that were doing the same exact thing he was trying to do. And one thing that I still use in the group all the time, you know, because he said something that stuck on me. I stole it from him, but you didn't know that I stole it from him. I use it on my presentation stuff. But he said that, you know, no matter how old you get, you never stop being a dad. That's why he didn't give up. That's why he was there in the group. That's why he showed up and participated. That's why the drum came. You know, he's been sitting on his drum. He knew in his heart that's what he needed to do. He left. And so he disappears sometimes. Sometimes he comes back. And he goes to him like, man, you know, I love coming back because you never judged me, bro. You never judged me. And I never would. I had much love and respect for that man. Unbelievable. You know? And I still do. That would never go away. That would never go away. You know, you talk about your kids all the time. I mean, all the time. I say all the time. And I admire him for that. Getting through the struggles, his heart that big for being about himself. And we believe, you know, as a prayer, you know, that spirit lives way before the body, even goes into that body. It's just a vessel. And right now, the spirit still is. It lives in all of us. We talk about him, we think about him, when we smile, when we remember that laugh, you know. He still lives, you know. And he will always be here with us, always. So, those are my thoughts. Oh.
I'd like to thank everybody for coming to Arnon further. He was a baby of my family. I loved him like a mother. I helped raise him when it was almost a year that I helped him. Because my mother couldn't take care of him. She had to take care of my other brother. So we'd go in the bus, people would look at me like, gee, I was only about 14 years old. They'd look at me like, my God, she's so young for having a baby. Back then, it looked weird, that young. But she had this exchange, and I watched my other brother after because he wasn't calling her mom. He wanted to stay with me. And he loved his kids. And he knew that he wasn't there for me when we were young. And he wanted to change that when he was older. That's all he did. And when his daughter, Regina, came with a McDonald's bag, he was so proud and so happy. Called me right away, told me that you came. You made him very happy. And his older daughter, he was proud of her because she always got shit together. She always was the Mama Chencha, as he used to call it too. And when he got with the natives, he really enjoyed it. It seemed like he changed. He started changing. He wanted to change himself. He would hit every now and then with spots and stuff, but he'd always go back to him. And close. We're going to miss you.
That don't know me, I am Robert or Bobby. That's not how you guys call him, but we knew him as Bobby. When I met him, he used to be called Bacon back in the day. And I know if I don't come up here, I'll probably regret for not coming up here and saying a little bit about him. He left me 2 wonderful children that I love with all my heart. Me and Bobby, we got married in 1980. We were both young. We were both 16 years old when we both got married. We were in love. My sister-in-law, Linda, used to, and his mom used to sing that song, "We're Too Young to Fall in Love." All the time, they used to sing it to us. It's funny because when Bobby used to leave, you know, and I used to stay home with my mother-in-law because I used to live with her. Back then, I wasn't saved. I'm saved now, but I used to drink. Me and her, we used to drink, and Bobby would come, and his mom would hide the beers in the washing machine all the time. And then he said, "What are you guys doing?" "Oh, nothing. We're just having a little beer." He goes, after the beer, we drank the beer we had. She would bring out the rest, right? And he turned around, looked at us, goes, "Look at you guys. You guys are so crazy. Look at you. I can't leave you guys alone for a minute because you guys start drinking. And then you hide it." Well, that was her. But anyways, I had my good times and my bad times with him. I just want my kids to know, sorry that we didn't make it. I wish we could. My thoughts were to stay married to your dad, but I couldn't. And I'm sorry that I just kept you away from him. Never too late to say I'm sorry. To apologize to my kids. I just thought he liked to drink a lot, and he would like to drive his car so fast, and I just didn't want my kids around all that.
Not to leave your family. He always tells me that. I said, all right, I was just young. And he always tells me to never give up life. Yeah, he has bad ways. He has good ways. But all of us, we always have good ways and bad ways. But we always gotta remember that we give up a life always love your family. Because you never know, tomorrow, you will never see them again. But I just remember when I was a little boy, I was at her, how you guys' grandma's. And someone took a screamer. And me, we were at her grandma's. And she, and I used to tell her grandma, "Hi, Grandma." And Spearing always goes, "I'm not your grandma." and her grandma, they used to say, "No, I'm everybody's grandma." And after that, I saw my Bobby, and he goes, "Amy, you just look like your dad, a lot." I go, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Just a little chubby. But he always tells me just to go to his room and just to listen to music, the oldies, all the time." And he told me, just be a good man to your family. And Bobby, one day I'll see you in heaven. I'll see you in heaven with God, drinking more wine with him. I love you, man. But you always live in my heart, always. I will never forget you. See you later.
Through PETA. I've been in recovery for a long time. That's what I started helping PETA with, and that's what I wanted to help Bobby with. But Bobby was like me before I stopped. Definitely searching, like one person said here, curious about everything, and he was smart. He was damn smart, I'm telling you. But I felt bad because I wasn't sure if I was getting through to him, and he had this fire that I know I have. And I think that's why he kept going back and forth with humor and all kinds of stuff. He was funny. Some of the things he said, he would say them when I was kind of down a little bit. And then I'd come back maybe the next time or the time after, and I'd say something funny because I knew he was down. So we kind of, had this give and take thing. But he was funny. He never let me know that he got what I said or that he appreciated or anything until I found out one day that's just the way he does things. I wrote a newsletter called Spiritual Warrior, and I found out, he had sent it to people he was trying to help in prison. So I didn't think about that for a long time. I was like, wait a minute, why would he do that? He must have liked what I said. He must have tried to listen to it and relate it to others. But he never really told me. He told me, I guess it was 2 or 3 years later, just in passing. It wasn't like, this revelation thing, I really like you. He just told me, mail him out. I was like, what? That's just the way he did, certain things. to me, he was pretty amazing. I know that he was struggling with a lot of issues. I related a lot of experiences that I went through. They weren't all necessarily similar other than being in prison up here. And I had to get out of it. I told him how I did certain things. And so I felt bad. He had invited me to a drum circle. I think it was down towards UC Davis. But we never got to go. And I played drums for at least 20 years. And it was, I guess to him, it was kind of like a duh to invite me, you know. Plus, I guess, the way I am. The bottom line is, Bobby had real fire in his spirit. He really did. And I did too. And I miss being able to have us fuel each other's fire. And his family I've never met, probably almost nobody here knows me, that's fine. All I can tell you is take his fire with, don't ever lose it. He was right about a lot of things. You know, people may have thought he was controversial. I don't really care what they thought. It's who he was. And he had to be who God had made him to be. He was just trying to get there. He did the best he could with whatever hand he was dealt. And I told his sister, I think it is, that was enough. Who am I to judge unless I'm going to be judged? And I told Pete on the way over, I don't think I feel like going. I haven't for a long time. So just remember him for who he was, what he did, and that fire that kept him going as long as it did. We've all got it. It just depends on whether we use it or not.
My name is Mike. I might get a little chilly out here. Like what somebody says, you know, if I don't say something, I might be going home, oh, I regret that. You know, I wanted to share some things. His family may not know me so well, but I've been talking about, like 4 years ago, we started going to the Warrior Down group, and I remember I just barely started going there, but a holiday was coming up, and a lot of brothers didn't have nowhere to go, so I opened up my home, and said, well, let's have some barbecue or something in my home, and you know, sometimes you don't really expect you to say it and nobody shows up, but Bobby showed up, so. But what was good, that's the first time, well, we sat down for many hours and just had some heart-to-heart talk. Because a lot of our lives were kind of similar. We were both older parents that probably haven't been the best parent, you know, when we were younger. But the big thing about both of us, that we was willing to make that change over our life. You know, and I respected him a lot because he loved his children. You can tell when a dad loves his children. You ain't, you know, my baby mama or stuff like that. He said your name. He loved you guys. He loved his children. You know, we talk about sometimes where, you know, I don't know how to deal with my, you know, some of my children, but he was willing to make a change, to try to make things better. And that's why I respect that man. You know, me and Bobby had other things similar, as like doing a lot of time when we was younger. But I've been out of prison, never been back over 20 years, maybe misdemeanor, but I'm just saying, Bobby was just a few years behind me on that. And that alone is a willingness to change and grow, to get out of that lifestyle. But I just want his children to know, he loves you guys. I mean, every time you see Bobby, he's always talking about his children. Or, I don't know I got a situation with a son or a daughter, or I don't know what to do, or, you know. But he was always concerned with the people. He wanted to better himself. You know, like, you know, Bobby just a few years younger than me, but I'm 52, but we were fathers, I mean, older Native men. And I want you to know, too, he was very proud of his culture. And he was always learning to read it. He got into this stuff. He was always reading the book. Hey, I just read this book, check this out, and everything. But I just want you to know he loved you guys. He loved his family. You know, and sometimes, you know, we're human beings, we're not always perfect. But he wanted to be the best father he could be. You know, he was still willing to open his mind, and I want you guys to know that. You know, a lot of these drum groups, we're here because we respect her. We respect Tata. That's why we're here. A lot of us are going to miss him, but he's still in our heart. Like I said, I just wanted to say that because I wasn't going to say nothing, but when somebody says I'm going to regret it, and so I got to say something. Let the family know we had a great man. Oh.
God teaches in very interesting ways. So you have to be alert. Because this little spot where blessing might just go right by you, and you never know what's happening. And that's what's happening today, because I'll tell you, if you have native blood inside you, those drums didn't get it for you. Nothing would. But I didn't know this about Bobby. I knew very little about him. And when Uncle Pete called me and told me that he had passed, I go, oh no, like, you know, I missed my opportunity to get to meet him and enjoy him, because I can tell he was a worthwhile person. But recently I went to Arizona, and another cousin passed. And he was very much involved with the Indian communities. He started a prayer and peace run, and they ran from Alaska, Anchorage, Alaska, all the way down. He took praise, and they ran to the next village, all the way down to Mexico. So I went to his funeral, and I saw the native people. Just, there were, I don't know, maybe 100 or so family and friends, but there were like 500 Indians outside of the church, waiting for his body to come out so they could start their ceremony. And again, it's part of my life I don't know nothing about. I know I have some Yaqui blood in me, but, you know, just never paid attention to it that much. But, you know, learning about Bobby here today makes me want to say to Pete, you know, don't let me miss out another learning experience. You know, I want to be part of your life. I want to know who you are. And learn to get to meet some of these people that are part of my cousin Bobby's life. I don't even know who you are. But, you know, I hear it, and I want to get more into it. Thanks for Bob.
First of all, I just want to say it was been an honor to know Tata. We call him Tata. And he was always had to explain what Tata meant. It's like Tata means grandpa, and you know, I met him say about 2.5 years ago, and I was there when he said those famous words that you will never stop being a father. You know, you'll never stop being a dad. And you know, that's something that he's given to a lot of us in this group. You know, a lot of us, we don't. And we came from backgrounds or lifestyles that stopped us or prevented us from being fathers sometimes. You know, and to see Bobby there trying, talking about his kids. It's kind of like we already know you and you guys don't know us in a sense, you know. We know that he was waiting for his son to come home, trying to get a place. Me and him had a talk. He was like, I got to get a place for my son. And I think of those words, those things that you know, we have those regrets in our life, you know, and those things, and we got those hopes and those dreams. And Bobby he never gave up, no matter what his lifestyle was, no matter what he was doing, no matter how hard he tried or did try, he never gave up on you guys. I feel honored because even I'm 39, and he would call me different times of the night sometimes and just asking for advice. I'm like, you're older than me, I should be getting advice from you. and we would sit there and he would vent to me and, you know, just tell me things. And I said, okay, well, I'm going to let you go. And then he would go on and carry on again. Again, you know, he knew that being around us, around this jump group, around people that were in our community, that you know, we would never judge them. We never looked down on them. We knew that Bobby was Bobby. And, you know, this brings me a memory that I'll never forget. You know, we done a lot of groups together. And, you know, with fatherhood, sitting at the drum, and just these other little community circle things we would go to. And at the end of this particular meeting, we were asked to pick a rock out. We had a big table full of rocks. And that rock, you'd have to take that rock and you would take it back to where you were sitting, and you'd have to paint the rock to whatever you wanted. You know, you made your design, and you know, and you prayed for that rock. You put that medicine. You know, I believe in our prayers when we do things. You know, we're putting all our energy and our good positive, you know, into that rock. And so I didn't know what to draw, and so we're like, I'm just gonna put a red handprint. And for us, that red handprint signifies something for us, but to Bobby it was something different. So we had to take all our rocks and we put them on the table, and they would call us up one by one, and we'd have to go and we had to pick out a rock. Well, I got Bobby's rock and he got mine. He had that handprint on there, and he was laughing. We all, if you know Bobby, we're always joking. He's always laughing, and he said, "Hey, bro, when I start messing up, you know what I'm gonna do? You see this handprint? I'm gonna take that rock and I'm gonna stop myself." You know, that was Bobby's humor. You know, and he didn't care. You know, that was just you know. So that's something I'm gonna always hold on to. You know, that memory of him, and you know, because we joke about it all the time. I'm like, "Where you at, Bobby? And you're using that rock?" "Oh yeah, I had to use it yesterday." And so, you know, again, I'm honored to call on my friend and my brother. You know, he's going to be missed. We'll be waiting for him at that table. He'll show up early, and sometimes we just sit there and wait for us all to show up. But, you know, we're going to call them to a better place now. So, you know, this place is only temporary for us all. And so, you know, we'll sit with him again. Hope.